takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming out, we can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Singing like Ali, rocking our bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You'll remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable.
So I guess we'll be moving on to our 5th game. So to make most out of our best of 5 series, here we are right now for match 2. Imperium Pro Team versus Varsity X Rage Esports.
Of course, we are your shoutcasters for this very last game we have for today and for this match. I'm Atlas, with me is Vulcan, and of course, once again, welcome to the 2018 Bacchus Pro Gaming Series Spring Split quarterfinals. And this has been a crazy ride.
It has been, I think crazy is an understatement.
It's absurd.
Atlas. It's absurd how we're seeing Varsity X Rage Esports so close they can taste it.
I know, and it's actually so phenomenal that IPT has been pushed to the wall now, and it's actually very surprising. I think it surprises a lot of people, but this is the growth that the team Varsity X Rage Esports have gone since the beginning of the split. They've been constantly improving, and now they show it with their resilience. And wow, just amazing play in how they finish these games. They're not the cleanest games. These 4 games so far have not been clean at all. A lot of them could have been ended much earlier, like Game 3. I think Varsity could have ended it much earlier, like the first Baron. And after that, they should have finished it much quicker, but IPT was able to get back. And just, I don't know what is happening so far. Like IPT, they've had a pretty good showing in the previous games in the group stage, but now...
Woo, here we are, guys.
Yeah, it seems like they're faltering at the most crucial moments.
So everything from Game 1, the blunders, the mistakes, the misplays, all come down to our last game. Gotta hand it to Varsity X Rage Esports. Starting out in the group stages, they were not the strongest team. Really rough start, but in the end, they just showed everyone here that they can still have growth. They can still come back. Just because you had a bad start doesn't mean it's over for you.
Definitely, and they are showing a big fight here. They are with the momentum right now against IPT, and that is highly worrying. When it's the last game, it's all or nothing for the PGS semifinals. They want to get into that semifinals, and definitely they'll be giving their all in this final game.
And for the viewers who are actually waiting for, I would say for match 1, we remember that for TME versus NE, we did cut it short due to our delay. So to people who are not yet aware, it will be TME getting that 3-2 against Naga Esports. So it'll be Team Manila Eagles winning that first match. So congratulations to Team Manila Eagles for winning that match 1. But now moving on to match 2, we'll now find out who will be victorious. Whoever will be representing into the semifinals, we know that the lowest remaining seed and highest remaining seed, it will all be determined here.
Definitely. So whoever wins here, if it's either IPT or if it's actually BRE, that will decide who will be fighting who in the semifinals.
But you gotta hand it to Varsity X Rage Esports. I really love their journey throughout the spring split. It's not yet over.
Definitely
This will be their last game. Same as for IPT, Imperium Pro Team, with the sudden change into the role swap here. Hate playing on this jungle, great performance. But Ivalis, I gotta say something about him in Game 4, where Jaime just popped him off there.
Popped him in one shot. Yeah, and that last part of the game, I think that was a very crucial moment. It was the timing of the ulti that didn't quite make it for IPT, but props to Jaime finding that opening in the defense and then jumping for it, one-shotting it, definitely allowed them to take that out. Oh man, for the final bans here, it's just like they threw a lot of things out here. Look at this. IPT, in the previous games, like game 1 to 3, they would be banning out onto XDXP, but here it's just the Zac ban and all of it is on Ardai. As for BRE, it's really a lot of focus still on Light while preventing Suzaku from being too strong. The Camille, that was very phenomenal in the games that it was present in, and now BRE does not want it to be prioritized by any of the teams.
You know what I love about this draft, Atlas? We will see the banner of command. Can I just call it the BOC, the BOC? The BOC.
Sounds terrible.
Sounds terrible, but the BOC.
I'm not using that
Okay,
ever.
I'm not using that too, but the banner of command will be one of the priorities for the top lane.
Definitely. Look at this.
Sion
Sion and then
Shogun.
Cho'Gath. So definitely very tanky. They would appreciate the banner of command as well as the items that synergize with it. So here it's really going to be intense at the top side depending on this. Usually it's like absurd to say it's going to be intense at the top side and there's 2 tanks. But because of the banner of command, it can actually shift the tides of battle so much in these games. As for IPT, they've locked in their bot lane entirely. It'll be Shadow on the Braum, Varus going to Ivalice. Look at the second rotation of bans. Banning
see
out
that?
the Azir as well as the Tristana and the Skarner Sejuani. So there's a lot of
bans.
restriction for Hate here. If Hate picks up the Olaf, that could be pretty good for them because
That is the Olaf that XDXP has success with throughout their best of 5 series here. But when it comes for BRE, they will be giving XDXP that Nunu. Come on, we know that this Nunu can really make the other jungle feel useless. So XDXP, knowing how Hate has been constantly invading his jungle path, he will be picking up the Nunu. But now it will be Talia for Light in the mid lane. So now again, Jaime running this LeBlanc coming from game 4.
Oh man, that's going to be very, very scary. We saw how much he could decimate people in game 4. And here, if he's left unchecked, it's going to be way too dangerous. As for Ardai, has a safety from Shana with that Tom Catch. As for IPT, they have pretty good damage and control all around. However, I don't see any big engaged tools. Yes, they have the Glacial Fissure. Yes, they could potentially trap BRE between a rock and a hard place with a Weaver's Wall. However, there's really no big hard engage other than the Glacial Fissure, which isn't even that reliable compared to other options for hard engage. That might be one problem they have. As for BRE, it's quite worrying if your only damage source later in the game, let's say if Jaime starts falling off and he doesn't pop off and snowball completely, then Ardai has the burden of being the DPS for this team. And even though Nunu actually helps that out a lot with a Blood Boil and the safety that Shana can give, it's still going to be a very risky move if they don't play their cards right.
But this will be a point where they need to do that. This is going to be our last game of match 2. So whoever you are rooting for, let it be Imperium Pro Team, hashtag IPT win, or will it be Varsity X-Rage Esports, hashtag BRE win. Looks like we can check our time here. It's almost midnight. Will the Cinderella story
man.
for BRE happen, Atlas?
Oh man, the Cinderella story just straight up. If they get this at midnight, it's just going to be phenomenal. It's going to be magical for this team because they've had such a, as you said, the Cinderella story from the bottom. Now they're here. Let's see if they can get it.
And we'll see it, everything unfold onto the Rift right now. Let's see the growth of BRE. Will it be enough to take down Imperium Pro Team, or will Imperium Pro Team just take that away? Just smash the hopes of BRE. Okay. Atlas, I think we are about to see our 10th game here into the quarterfinals of the PGS. What a ride it was, but it will come down to this last game 5 of our match 2. Let's get straight to it. I want to see something that's...
That is
I think
brave
we're going to
indeed.
see it because I was expecting... Okay, so they will ramp it up just a bit. We're seeing 5 members already
Oh,
the top side.
they could catch out Lando here.
Oh, Lando. No, he just left it out. He does not know what's happening. I gotta check it back. And
If he face checks this, oh. Man, IPT, they know what they were going for.
It's like I just saw a horror movie, Atlas. You know, it comes at night.
Yeah.
It comes in the dark. So that's what happened to Lando. He saw the horrors in the top lane.
Yeah, Lando was like, what's that noise? Maybe I should check there. Oh, there's nothing here. I might as well go back to where I was hiding. And then there, 5 members of IPT. Surprise. And that was pretty good because here IPT actually has a very good level 1. So if they ever encountered BRE in the enemy jungle, then BRE would stand less of a chance than IPT would.
You know what this means, Atlas? Because they got the first blood in that fashion. In a way, this gives somehow of a pressure in the mid lane because the first blood went to Light on his
Look at that
Aaliyah.
Light starting immediately with the Dark Seal plus Doran's Ring. As soon as he gets that kill, this is going to do so much for his mid lane. A lot of mana, a lot of AP, bonus AP as well, relative to just the Dark Seal of Jaime. And if he gets kills and assists here with the help of Hate, that's just going to charge that up just for even better laning.
And it's the fact that Light is starting up this mid lane with a good start. Let's see, can Jaime try and combat, I would say, combat this start for Light, because when it comes to the first blood, you know that's a huge lead, Atlas. I mean,
Yeah,
that's everything
definitely.
in the PGS, in the pro scene itself. That's a huge lead.
Just the health bonus from the Doran's Ring and everything else, it means Light has a small advantage in this laning for now. We'll have to see how Hate and XDXP move around the map here, because it'll be very important for XDXP to disable Hate completely.
Yes, and when you're talking about a Nunu, as I said before, you need to know that this Nunu will make the opposing jungler, in a way, feel useless. That's the job of the Nunu, and also to secure for the objectives, let's say, the Mountain Drake, which is live right now.
But look at that. Hate right now does not want XDXP to get anything. He's doing a full clear of his camps, all of his camps, as fast as he can, and Olaf can do that. With the blue buff, those undertow axes can just go on forever, and you can clear very, very quickly. Let's see how Hate is doing this. He is going to try and check XDXP's camps. Where might he have been?
But
putting
it's
down a
empty.
little bit of deep vision here before returning to his own territory.
Oh, that might be a go signal for the bot lane of if you're rotating, because let's face it, we gotta wait for that level 6. This Talia has to influence the lanes by the XP, getting it slow, just to let Suzaku know that, hey, I'm still here, I will try and gank you.
Seems like Suzaku doesn't lose too much from that, however.
And now Atlas, I mean, when you're talking about a best of 5 series, you gotta hand it to these players. Just having the endurance, but as of now, look at bot lane. Ooh, third stack there from the TK. Good thing no stun or no devourer. What happened for Ivalice?
Would have been a little bit dangerous, but Ivalice and Shadow doing pretty well in his top side. Compared to Shana, the poke from Shadow is actually more potent, as well as Ivalice. The Tongue Lash can't really compare to the Q from the Braum, as well as... Ooh.
Zuko has flash. He's waiting for the right time to flash away. He does flash away. Ooh, did you see that silence to deny
cancels
that
it.
Q? It cancels it out. But in the end,
He
will
lives.
it be that
Oh,
kill?
man.
Yes, it is, but it'll be a 1-for-1 trade.
1-for-1 trade is very worth it for IPT. On one hand, BRE burned resources to try and get their top lane here for IPT Suzaku, but they lost one in the process. On the other hand, Lando gets a kill and XDXP gets an assist. It's not that bad of a trade-off for BRE.
Looks like the focus was on the top lane. Atlas, looking at the gank coming from XDXP, you can expect that he may focus into the top lane side, whereas for Light, he may picture it more on the bot lane, because this Talia, Light has to be the one to really push out the lanes as fast as he can, and once he reaches level 6, go for this side lane.
Definitely. There's no way for either Ardai or for Shana to get over the wall that Weaver's Wall makes without the flash. That is a huge resource expended.
Looks like Hate will return the favor. Okay, Lando, it's a bit too low. He can't escape. No flash available. This will be a tower dive. Can he get a knockoff there? 2 hits to the turret. Oh my god, that's going to be Lando.
Wait, he's alive.
Oh wait, double kill. Ah, come on, speed up. Come on, hustle! Ah, one more! Look at the last hit! Ah, God!
He will live.
survived!
It doesn't seem like Jaime is in position to respond to that and try and finish off that kill, but I was very close coming from Hate. You were tense right there, Vulcan. You were expecting
A
that
kill.
maybe that was a double kill.
I mean, when you're talking about a gang going for a 2-for-1, this is a repeat of what happened
Yeah.
to Suzaku. But now you look at the Mountain Drake, where
That's a win for BRE.
Yeah.
They get the 1-for-1. They really wound Hate getting out of that. Plus, on top of that, they get the Mountain Drake, which will be very phenomenal. Because right now, they're lacking a bit in terms of the siege damage when they actually go for turret destruction.
but at least for BRE, knowing that there was that fiasco in the top lane, this gave them enough information.
Oh, that was
Oh my God!
that was ice cold coming from Light right there. Just
Oh God! Jaime just
assassinating
couldn't do
Jaime.
anything there.
Yeah, and the fact is, because he pathed around the wrong side of the turret there, because that makes you very vulnerable to seismic shove, or actually any targeted or non-targeted skill shot or placed spell in that corner between the wall and the turret is so vulnerable to get hit by positional abilities.
So now we're seeing Light.
He's gonna roam.
Level 7, so he has the Weaver's Wall. Here it comes. This is what I was waiting for. And
Still
now,
no flash.
looks like Lando, yes, again, has no flash. He's very low. That will be the... Oh, I don't think that was enough for Lando to survive. He tried to queue in the turret zone to get the same success, I guess, but didn't work out.
Definitely not. And I think Suzaku is enjoying this a lot. Even though Lando has 2 kills, those 4 deaths yet he has incurred really stop him in terms of the farming, of getting the XP. And in this meta where it's so important that you have Banner of Command available before the enemy team, this could put Suzaku ahead in this matchup.
But we're knowing this, Atlas, we know that when it comes to the Cyan to Cho'Gath matchup, you would favor for this Abyssal Mask. Get that
Yeah.
MR, get extra damage from your E and your W. That's what Cyan wants as of now. Because if he does rush the Banner of the Command right
Yeah.
now, it won't be that beneficial.
Yeah, that means that Suzaku can just clear that out very, very easily and just stay up farming. And then because Lando doesn't have the combat stats that he needs, it's going to be very unfavored for him. And that puts actually Suzaku still on the right track of this matchup in the top side.
I won't be surprised to see Suzaku to actually go for the Abyssal Mask himself, because knowing a Cho'Gath, he would go for the Righteous Glory. But when you're talking about, again, the overall team fight, you want to get that Abyssal Mask, because if Suzaku does get it first, when Light goes to his lane, that's going to be extra magic damage.
Definitely, and that's just synergistic between the two of them. And Ivalice deals a little bit of magic damage himself too, just from the auto attacks, just from the Chains of Corruption as well. So just a little bit more synergy right there. And as for BRE, it seems like XP hasn't made a lot of moves against Hate's jungle camps just yet. It doesn't seem like he has impacted against IPT, against Hate, enough for him to matter so far.
And you're talking about this Nunu, so you gotta weigh the things out here, Atlas. This Nunu will be the one to make this jungle feel useless, but we'll see as we go on to this game right now. No first turret secured just yet. Just the first blood onto Light. At this moment in the game, kill score is 5-2. We are nearing our 10-minute mark.
With a 2,000 gold lead, IPT is actually at a pretty good spot here because Light has 3 kills on his belt. That puts him at a much better roaming potential than Jaime. He can wave clear way better than Jaime, and he can roam way better when he's ahead like this.
And whoever's ahead at this point, especially Light, look at his items so far. Lost Chapter, no surprise there. Normally, you may see maybe a Luden's rush onto Light, but seeing how he is respecting the damage coming from Jaime, he picks up the threads.
Definitely wants to survive more in lane and just apply more pressure than Jaime here, because that's really the battle in the mid lane for these two
Just outpush each
mages.
other.
Yeah, try to outpush each other. Obviously, Light's going to be ahead in that matter, and then try to outroam each other. Because Light is ahead, he can push better, he can pressure more, he has mid priority usually, and Light will always, pretty much always, outpush Jaime here and go for the roam.
And you gotta wait out for that, Atlas. I mean, we know that Light has the Weaver's Wall, but now the question is, what is XDXP doing in all this chaos? I mean, we're
It's so
seeing-
strange.
Yes, we're not seeing that much interaction in the top lane. We saw the ganks happening there, but as of now, we did see that XDXP is going for the Drake game here. I mean, the next Drake will be Ocean Drake. 1 minute and 20 seconds. We may see that BRE may go straight towards the Drake. But right now, XDXP was spotted in the river near the Baron's pit. Oh, what's this? Flash out.
Go for...
The swing. Oh, look at the moves. Oh, smooth.
Yeah, just some happy feet there come from Ardai, but look at his summer spells. He needed to burn both of them just to survive that. So if ever that there's another repeat gank on that bot side, it could be dangerous for Ardai. But of course, XDXP, he uses his time to go for an objective, goes for the Rift Herald.
He knows that hate is in the bot lane, so picking a full-on onto this Rift Herald without a care.
They have to focus on the first turret of the game in this bot
We're
side.
singing right now, Atlas. There it comes.
But here comes Ardai as well. He's around 10 seconds away from this bot lane.
And now we're seeing Light.
Oh, teleport as well.
But look at Light in the map right now, Atlas. He has the Weaver's Ball ready. Teleport came through. No, it was
TP's up for both top laners.
Okay, Light. Oh, Shana, you will be caught up there. He's
Yes,
low.
flash.
Oh, force flash away. Here comes the teleport. Looks like it will be the shove delivering the kill. That will be Light's Rampage Streak. And now we see Lando with a side. Does not knock anyone off. He's now in a bad spot. Suzaku right now. This is going to be a pincer attack in the bot lane.
Just bite them in. And here comes Jaime. He might fall down. He has the mobility.
But note that XDXP
Yeah.
summoned the Rift Herald. Very close call there, but the first turret will fall in the hands of Imperium Pro Team.
And I think now they might just go for one of them to clear that Rift Herald, the others to try and take out this Ocean Drake. That was actually very well played there by IPT, locking away BRE, forcing their flashes, and Shana, they forced Shana's hand, so he flashed over without Ardai in her belly. So what happened there was that Ardai just got seismic shoved back into IPT's hands, their clutches, and they take him out.
And now we did see what XDXP was trying to do. Go for the race with the first turret with the Rift Herald, but very difficult. You cannot out push or out damage the turret with 4 members or 5 members invested in the bot lane.
Yeah, however, BRE does get mid lane control, a little bit more mid lane control by taking out that first tier turret. The first tier mid lane turret is generally more valuable than the side lane turrets here, and it might let Jaime roam around a little bit more or pressure the other lanes.
And now we're seeing right now Light 401 on the Stalia. But for Jaime, 0-2-0, kind of a heartbreak situation for the mid laner of BRE. But no, the Lando is on the side. He can't do much. And we did see that for Suzaku and Lando, both picking up the Abyssal Mask.
It definitely helps them in their combat stats, everything that they need in that item.
The Eternal from the Catalyst, the passive there is to sustain themselves. You know, longer laning means longer pressure, and they can just out-sustain each other. Especially this Cho'Gath. He has the built-in passive, will really benefit well from
It's
this
just a
Abyssal Mask.
really huge healing engine here for Suzaku, and that just helps him be ahead in terms of Lando here. Look, he's just chunking him down, relying on the spikes damage to
and a
burn
slow.
down, burn down the HP that Lando has.
That's coming in.
Oh, he has to use his ulti to just get out of there. That's actually a pretty big cooldown here, because that actually is a big initiation tool that BRE can use. That's actually their only initiation tool right there. If Jaime does not get a pick off with his chains, with any of his spells, then the only big CC tool they can use to gap close and engage is the Unstoppable Onslaught from Lando. And here IPT doing pretty good here. They're pressuring this top side. However, Ardai and Shana are doing quite well as well in terms of defending that lane.
Oh, God.
Might be in trouble.
Wants a revenge. He's forced to flash away. So Jaime won't be picking up the kill there. But instead, forces out Light's flash.
That's still actually, even with 401 on Light here, it's still, you have to respect the damage and the mobility that Jaime has. You cannot just rely on your Luden's Echo here, because that just Jaime can just dodge all of the spells that Light can bring out.
And for Jaime, he has the Hextech Gunblade to add extra damage and to make picking up easy. So we did see in Game 4, that Jaime single-handedly, that was actually the game-winning pick off that Jaime did onto Ivalice. So we're seeing a kill score of 8-2. don't let this mislead you guys, because we saw in Game 4 what happened.
Yeah, definitely. But, however, Jaime needs to be in an actual position to one-shot people later in the game. Because later, once IPT has their carries have the items that they need and the protection that they really, really want, that one shot might not happen. If IPT patched up that hole in their defense, then the LeBlanc can't have the same luxury. Ooh.
Oh, there.
That's one big cooldown by IPT. They have to wait for that before making any more big plays with the Chain of Corruption.
And the teleport is not available for both top laners, so that will be the Chain of Corruption gone for Avalanche.
That's one of their two and very few engage tools that they have. It's actually more reliable than a Glacial Fissure. Light might be in trouble.
Goes over the flash, but a slow Light gets the absolute 0 hit. Won't be enough to finish him off, but look at Jaime weaving in and out of the fight.
There we
gets
go.
a huge shutdown goal.
Shutdown goal is going to be big here for Jaime.
Ragnarok is on, guys. Looks like it will be hate. A bit angry, going on to extra XP. Looks like the control won't be enough. That would be hate picking up the kill. With an assist going to Light.
Actually, XP wanted a snack before he died. Hate gave it to him with that big leg of
Mercy
ham
killing.
under Tau right there. As for BRE, they're using that moment in the mid lane to try and push out this top lane, but IPT, Ivalice, and Shadow will be quickly taking away this mid lane turret, opening up the map even more for IPT. Just payback for the first tier turret that he got earlier. Oh, this might be dangerous for Ardai.
Hate has Flash and the Chilling Smite, but no Ragnarok is available, and also his Predator boots are on cooldown. We can see it right now here, guys. Quarter to the cooldown.
They're still thirsty though. They want a kill here, or at least the turret. It seems like with Ardai recalling for fear of his life, they can take this objective so far.
Look at the amount of control words Atlas we're seeing.
Yeah, so much vision. They don't want any information be given to BRE. They want the freedom to rotate around the map to do things exactly like this. They want to get the top lane turret.
And now they do. They took away their third turret of the game, making the turret score 3-1. This is what we saw all throughout the games. And now we are seeing a pattern. This is how IPT plays. This is how they cripple the enemy team. But for BRE, we know that they're so resilient coming into this quarterfinals. They want to make it to the semifinals at least. But for Imperial Pro team, gambling on this new road swap for their roster, they will bet everything on the line here.
Oh man, Light is really taking the punishment here with the shutdown gold that Jaime got. That's actually pretty big. Getting the Magpien boots here, as well as getting even more components here, lets him just harass Light, because Talia, the main power of Light right now, is being able to roam. He absolutely cannot fight Jaime unless Jaime severely misplays and leaves himself open to the seismic shove.
And now we are nearing the 90-minute mark. The Baron buff will be live in 1 minute and 29 seconds. And the Ocean Drake is live right now. So who will take it away? Maybe it would be BRE, because as of now, you're seeing a lot of pressure coming into the side of, let's say, BRE. But for when you're talking about the top lane, I don't think that's the case here.
Definitely. And both of these objectives are pretty important. If IPT gets a second stack of Ocean, that's going to be huge when they start weaving in and out of battle here. Just the Weaver's Wall to really secure that objective. Baron is still a minute away, and it may be too early for IPT to take that and really pay a lot of attention to that. They have to ward and control that area, because with a Nunu in the area, you can't really gamble on leaving an objective, a major objective, alone.
But now look at that Infernal Drake being the next Drake here. Seeing how Imperial Pro Team play that Ocean Drake, we can expect that for BRE. I mean, entering this Game 5 Atlas, the mentality is different. The strain,
definitely.
Not just that, the exhaustion that the players are facing.
Yeah, it definitely. In every best of 5 matchups in the PGS, when it reaches Game 5, that's when the mistakes are the biggest. That's when the game-losing mistakes come up and appear, and just both of these teams, they've had long games, 60 minutes, 45 minutes, and above 30 minutes in general, and that has to be absolutely exhausting. They've been playing since, 5 o'clock?
Oh my god.
So, definitely, this is where they need to be most careful, most mindful of their actions, what plays they make, what rotations they execute, and what team fights they actually take here. But it seems like IPT is not missing a beat so far, and
Oh,
BRE still trying to fight back and doing so very, very well. But IPT has a plan, and they're taking down these turrets one by one.
They're really rushing this turret, Atlas. They want to end the game as soon as they can because they got a great start with the first blood going on
Definitely.
to light. So for BRE, what are they doing right now? What can they do? At first, you can see Jaime. He still has what it takes to at least 1v1 this Talia. And you know Jaime, he has the mechanics to do so on his LeBlanc.
Yeah, however, because of how Light has been playing this lane, he doesn't let Jaime harass him more than once in the lane. If he gets chunked down by Jaime, he leaves. And he comes back because it's so easy for Talia. He can just weave a wall or just ride the walls here to get faster back into lane. While Jaime, all he's doing right now is harassing Light, but he's not super impactful on the rest of the lanes so far. And that's going to be a problem later in the game because the only way that Jaime was able to one-shot the game-winning one-shot against Ivalice was because he was a little bit more fed. He was self-sufficient. He was able to get the kills and gold that he needed, but now it's actually plateauing right now.
Okay, now we are at the 20-minute mark. You know what this means, everyone. This is the time where the Baron is live and
Yes.
things get heated up here. We are now entering the mid to late game here. So let's see. Knowing that the Baron is live right now, we are seeing. Oh,
It's going to be a problem
I'm
for
seeing a
Suzaku.
lot of things, and I like what I see. We're seeing that shot going on to Suzuki. She licks him up there. So that won't be a devourer just yet. We are still seeing two members on the side of BRE in the red side setting up control into the Baron, but they want that vision.
They definitely want that vision. This Nunu is a big threat, an actual big threat to this Baron, even at this early in spawn time. And IPT with the 2 Ocean Drakes, they can pretty much take their time sieging these turrets, applying pressure by just pushing out these waves. Their mana gets replenished, their health gets replenished, and they can just slowly crash down like a wave, like an ocean wave with an Ocean Drake onto these turrets. And the Weaver's Wall, that glacier that blocks a BRE from actually defending, is doing them so good.
Chain Corruption does connect
man.
onto Shana. Looks like that'll be a pickup for Imperial Pro Team. This is bad news for BRE. They made it this far, and the mistakes are showing.
Definitely. It's just the endurance that IPT has so far, and the exhaustion isn't showing just yet. Clean play behind that red buff. XDXP,
Steal.
this is not a 50-50. I am telling you.
Flip a
that
coin.
Nunu, no, it's not a 50-50. That Nunu has consumed. That Nunu has 2 smites in his belt. IPT cannot risk this.
Flip a coin at
It's just Shana. It's not a coin flip. It's a dice roll here for IPT, and the odds are
Flash
not
is
in their
available
favor.
for XDXP.
They have to be absolutely careful.
They have to
here.
show.
Oh my
Oh
lord!
yeah!
I was
That's going
telling
to be
you.
the steal.
I was telling you, that is not a coin flip. You cannot dare and outsmite a Nunu, and that is such a huge mistake by IPT. The overconfidence in that call just manifests. Why did they go for that? They took down Shana. And that's not enough. Taking down just the Tomkins is not enough. You have to get the Nunu out of the picture before you attempt Baron at this stage of the game.
Oh my God, Atlas! You know what this means? We are heading to a 50-minute game.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yes, Atlas, because knowing that the Baron buff was secured by BRE, this buys them more time. Looks like the effort for Imperial Pro Team was there. They knew that, let's say, we can try and outsmite this Nunu, but I think they were relying on Suzuku with that face, but note that his ultimate was on cooldown. And as for the
man.
flash in and consume, that was the Baron steal.
Man, the true damage wars on that Baron.
The war is still on, Atlas. They know that the next Drake is Infernal, and we all see 2 Ocean Drakes on the side of IPT. We are just seeing non-combat stats on the side for Imperial Pro Team, but now we're seeing the Mountain Drake of the BRE. This Infernal Drake, Atlas,
Suzuki.
yeah, I don't think it will survive here. Gets condemned to the wall.
He could possibly take out Ardai.
He has to be careful. Oh, he's eyeing
That's
Ardai.
flash. Man, he got disabled too much there. But IPT do get the top lane turret here, but at what cost? Jaime is pushing in this mid lane turret
Wait,
so
what?
much. He's
Ooh.
already digging deep into the inhibitor levels, and IPT
Dig
was just
deeper.
watching from top lane.
Dig deeper, Jaime. Looks like that's exposed. Oh my god, this is more.
Oh
What-
man,
what
look at
is
this, look at this, look
happening?
at this. Let's watch Suzaku and Hate, because these two are the important members for IPT.
Look
And looks
at
at XP.
1,
Let's just
Two.
look for it.
3.
Oh man,
Yo, you
there was
can't-
no chance. They didn't even get to feast and smite coming
They
from
could.
IPT.
They were in the 1,300 HP, Alice.
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
All that XP did
Oh
was
my
flash
gosh!
in,
Wait, that
smite,
one
and
Baron
consume.
still gave him that so much pressure
Yeah.
in the mid lane.
It pretty much equalized the turrets, the turret number, equalized the gold.
BRE, they're so close to making up the semifinals, and now the Infernal Drake. Oh my lord, the Infernal Drake will go to BRE, uncontested.
Yeah, and I think they do need that. The Infernal Drake, Jaime needs that. Ardai definitely needs that, because as good of a position that BRE is in right now, if this game goes on and Jaime doesn't get even more gold in his pockets, Ardai is their only DPS, and that is a huge problem. However, if IPT makes more questionable calls like that, it's going to be a rough time for them, because in that Baron Steel, I'm going back to the Baron Steel.
Okay,
here.
go.
You need the smite and you need feast. That's
Yeah.
two people. That's harder to coordinate than just one person, XDXP, just pressing two keys. You need to communicate for the feast smite to work, but for XDXP, it's just himself, and he did the mission.
You know,
Agent
that's-
007 XDXP.
He did succeed there, denying that, let's say, the
Oh,
Baron of Command, the Bach. Looking at the items of, let's say, Shadow, he has the Banner of Command,
Yeah.
so that Baron buff would have changed everything,
Yeah,
because
definitely. It would have been
Definitely, yeah,
inhibitors for IPT, and stop making Buck happen. It's never going to happen.
But it can happen here, Alice, because BRE right now, what are they making happening here? They are on the verge to make it to the semifinals, but if
Yeah.
they're a pro team, they would stand their ground. This is, as I said before, entering the quarterfinals, they're doing something very exciting, yet dangerous.
Uh-huh. And IPT, they're not letting that Baron Steel phase them. They're still going about their business, doing the best they can to win this despite that unfortunate incident in the Baron pit. So here, they're still going for those
Oh, no.
really pressured plays here on the waves, but Hate, he's in big
Oh
trouble.
my god, he has to Ragnarok, thank god, so he will just walk away. And now the 5th Drake of the game will be live. I don't see the timer yet, but we know that it's a Mountain Drake. Again, we are seeing all the offensive Drakes, the command stat Drakes going onto BRE's side. They get that second stack. Oh my god, that will be 2 stacks to Mountain Drake
Yeah.
plus the Inferno.
It will help them a lot in their pushing potential, as well as getting even more objectives later in the game. So the next Baron that spawns, if BRE gets this Baron in 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So if BRE...
Oh, already Atlas. That's fast.
Yeah, the wounds are still fresh here. And BRE...
And I'm still sweating because knowing that this is not a 50-50 Baron, we know that the Baron buff has been buffed. We know that the
Yeah.
Baron of Command is in meta. This makes Nunu pick even more desirable for BRE.
They don't have the Banner of Command just yet.
What's happening here? Shana again. Pray for Shana. Oh, thick skin. Wolves. She survived. No, again. Caught in the river. The fish is down.
Of course, but that is going to be Shauna. IPT,
Oh,
what
the
are they going to
nerves.
do with a support down for BRE?
The nerves are getting to these guys right now for BRE. Now they have to face against 4v5. Oh, wait. Jaime. Close call there. We see 1, 2, 3, 4 members right now in the mid lane. Make it 5. They're just moving in and out.
They're using the Ocean Drake here. They can trade as much as they want with BRE.
They don't
They
care.
can just recover that HP, all that mana, and look at that. Banner of Command without the Baron.
Wait,
but
this
it's
is
still-
dangerous. This
yeah,
is
it's
very
still
dangerous. Here it comes. They don't get hit by a truck here. Immediately, Lando is backing up away. Now, XDXP. He could not use the absolute zero. Glacial Fissure is there. Not enough. That's going to be Shadow just for the disengage slow. And now we see Shadow fresh with the fountain.
Maybe she
now.
can go for a play to get behind IPT here. That is one possibility.
Oh,
it's very
call.
dangerous.
Close call for Light, but Lando with the E gets the slow. Light. Can Jaime get the
Oh.
pick off? No, close call. That will be Okay, Ival is in line, weaving in and out. They have the 2-stack Ocean Drake. They will sustain themselves, waiting for the right time to strike, and now they get slowed by the E. Here it comes. This is so dangerous for Imperial Protein. They have to back off, and they will, thanks to the Cho'Gath Rupture.
And that's actually one of the manifestations of the big problems of BRE's composition right here. Because Ardai is the only DPS on their team, and since Jaime did not get... Jaime did not get super ahead, so his damage cannot really one-shot.
Oh my god!
But their objective control is going to be
This is
impeccable.
happening right now, Atlas. The objective control, the second Baron of the game, will go to BRE.
And they have to hope that the pressure they get from Baron is enough to really make up for the deficits, the damage deficits of their composition here.
Well, that's enough, Atlas. This is the second Baron.
Yeah.
Know that in Dispatch 8.4, it has been buffed.
Definitely.
The second Baron is more powerful than the first one.
Yeah, but they do have to apply that to its utmost potential. They did that earlier after stealing the Baron. Can they do it again? Because right now, they have to go into deeper territories to make use of that buff.
That's what we have to go for, go in deep. But I don't see any banner of command as of the side for BRA. But Jaime!
Oh dear.
My lord, that is going to be a heart attack.
You don't. It's like a jump scare coming from that very start of the game. They had that horror story analogy, and now Jaime is the monster right now.
30 minutes into the game, the Mountain Drake. 35 seconds left on this timer. Who will take it away?
Probably going to be BRE.
I mean,
they have the control over the
they
area.
have bot lane, they have top lane and mid lane. What more can they want? So, great start by Imperial Protein, getting that horror story onto BRE. But for them, BRE, a new team entering the PGS Spring Split on FaZe. They are trying to make a dream come true for themselves here.
It seems like the Mountain Drake will not be contested by IPT. They can maybe put down a little bit of vision here. That's a very strange ward put there behind the Drake pit. But it seems like BRE will be securing this one.
Here it comes.
2 Mountain Drakes. That's going to be huge in terms of pushing.
This is gonna take a while, Atlas. This is going to be the last game. Very fitting because BRE, they're trying to make the Cinderella story happen. Take off your shoes, Atlas. And now, wait, no. Put that down. What are you doing? So now we're going to make Imperial Pro Team try and defend the base here. Going inside their inhibitor turret.
Oh man, and they're not even fighting IPT directly because they know that IPT will just whittle them down and regenerate themselves. What they're doing is just focusing on the objectives. They have 2 Mountain Drakes.
Careful,
They
Ardai.
have the Baron buff, but they really have only one member to wail on those turrets as well as Lando's Demolish. They have to be very careful in how they execute these sieges.
Looks like we're seeing a lot of anti-mage items coming from the Scion. We're having the Abyssal Mask. We see this adaptive helmet. Now the Negatron Cloak. We have yet to see, let's say, the banner of command coming from BRE because we know that they have what it takes to take majority or perhaps all of the Baron buffs, but they're not making great use of it because, okay, you said that they don't have enough pushing power. Yes, that's true, but get a Cannon Minion, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really questioning why they don't have the Cannon Minion buff here with the Banner of Command. Just look at all this. This is a half-baked inhibitor here. It's half damage, and the top lane as well. The turret is falling so slowly. If they just had the Banner of Command, perhaps on XP, they could possibly get even more than this with just the first Baron buff that they got earlier.
What can IPT do? They tried so hard to cut them off, but it didn't work out. So I think it'll just be a game of just trying to clear the waves out. But IPT always on the defensive, while BRE on the offensive.
They have to be able to pull the trigger, but it's so difficult right now because Jaime is actually a split push threat right now. Being able to damage these turrets, being able to outrange Suzaku completely, just constantly harass and push Suzaku in. As for the rest of BRE, they still have that apt objective control, but IPT needs to pull the trigger because they have I believe they have superior team fighting for this one. They just have to take down Ardai and avoid the dangers of Jaime.
So I think for Imperial Pro Team, they know this all information that yes, we have superior team fights, but for BRE, they're scared. You see that they're trying to split up the members of IPT. They do not want to go for a team fight.
They don't want to do that at all because if they do, they don't have enough damage to finish off the fight, and we saw that earlier in the mid lane. BRE was fighting so hard to get IPT in that mid lane fight, but they all left. IPT all left with around half of their hit points remaining.
Oh, and now we're seeing the goal lead in favor of BRE. As of now, item-wise, we're seeing three important items. The core items you need on the Vayne is there. The rapid fire cannon, the static shift, the infinity edge. But as for Ivalice, you're seeing the wits and the Quintus Rage
It's really
Blade.
all about surviving in the fight, having that on-hit damage, be the one to carry you through, taking down the magic resist as well to help out Suzaku and Light. So it's a big team fighting, synergistic itemization here, as well as the champion pick that they have for IPT.
It's a matter of just dancing around the map. The BM Pro team, they want to move as a unit, and BRE, they're not comfortable with them moving as a team, so trying to split them up is reasonable.
Because if they act as a 5-member team, they can easily get caught here by IPT. But if they split into 3, 2 split pushers, and then a small strike team of 3, they can perhaps harass IPT enough with guerrilla tactics, weaving in and out of the lane to buy enough time for the split pushers to actually make some magic happen. And here, they're just biding their time here. See that top left of your screens, the timer to the purple worm, the Baron buff.
Already? My
Baron
God.
Nashor, yeah. It's
This
going to
will
be the third one.
Baron. And if it goes to BRE again, there's more money on their pockets, but yet no buff.
It's going to be definitely scary here for IPT if they give this third Baron buff away. Elder Drake is also available in a minute and a half. So it's going to be quite a decision here. But of course, BRE can do both of these objectives very quickly with the Nunu, with the Vayne Silver Bolts as well. So they have to be careful.
Is careful the right word, Alice? Because at this point, it's a matter of not letting their impatience get the best of them. Because we know the situation. Best of 5 at the last game, you can get very impatient. You can get very tense. You want to end the game as soon as you can to just help relieve yourself of that stress.
Yeah, the burden.
The burden. This is a test of patience for both teams.
Patience, endurance, resilience. These are the words. These are the key words in the last hour of a best of 5. And this is definitely like judgment day for both of these teams. It's all or nothing, as the PGS phrase says. So they have to give it their all in this game.
That will be the third Baron of the game. Ooh.
It's going to be quite the ordeal here. He is potting the Baron Nashor himself. It seems like IPT is poised to take this, but look at that, BRE.
Hello, we see you.
Oh man, this could be dangerous
Oh
for
no,
IPT.
if they take him down, this will be the Baron for their taking, but Jaime is there. We did see that Ardai and Shanna, they're on the other side.
They have to be careful. They can't try and
Teleport
pincer.
coming in.
But what's the pincer going to come from BRE? They only have one big damage
Okay,
threat.
they know Ardai is there. Something is wrong. Shanna flashes over that wall. Now 5 members moving as a squad. They're clumped together. What will they do?
Seems like they're just dancing around this Baron here. And IPT might pull the trigger onto XDXP and Jaime.
Righteous Glory.
Yeah, that's going to be a 5v3 if it happens.
Ragnarok! XDXP gets that punishment with a stack on.
There we
to
go.
the concussive blows. Hey, takes down XDXP. This could be a chance for IPT to take the Baron.
That is 50 seconds death timer in XDXP. So right there, IPT has the Baron in the bag if BRE does not actually intervene here. With only 4 members, it seems like they might just go for the Elder Drake without the jungler.
Oh,
They do have silver bolts.
they
that
have
come
2
from
Mountain
Ardai.
Drakes and the
Yeah.
Inferno.
They have all that. It's actually going down very, very quickly. IPT, it seems like they're rushing over to that side. They're doing this
late.
very, very quickly, but it's much too late. But they do get that Baron buff. They deny it from BRE, and now BRE has Elder Drake. This could mitigate their combat problems. However,
He did not have the Ragnarok force to use his splash. But when it comes to team fight, the damage, give it to the Vayne. Ardai on this pumped up Vayne with the 3 stacks on with the Elder Drake buff. That will just melt the members of IPT.
And IPT better run and faster than his bolts right there, because he is the only source of damage here, other than only source of DPS rather, coming from BRE, and it's going to be quite the ordeal here. For example, if BRE loses Ardai, it's going to be big trouble for them. The only main damage dealer they'll have now is their mid laner, who has to jump in and out of combat and surprise IPT. But what if IPT is prepared? What if IPT needs to be DPS down instead of bursted down?
We'll just see everything once the execution comes into play, Alice, because we always say that you know what to do in the Rift, but can you execute it flawlessly?
Yeah, that's really a big question here. And it seems like IPT is readying for the assault on BRE's territory here. They're gathering their forces around mid lane.
Okay.
They're trying to get
Shanna
to see
again.
something. Ooh.
Oh gosh, Shanna Gibbs getting picked off here. That's going to be the 4th time she gets picked off and alone. So now 1 member down for the count. Death timers are not that high, just 40 seconds on Shanna.
That is one big safety tool taken away from Ardai, so he has to be a lot more careful in how he moves here. And IPT has a lot more freedom. They have the, I'm not saying block, and the Banner of Command and Baron Asher combo.
Oh, you see that Canyon? Kudos to that. XXP with after
Ardai from behind.
Oh, from the backside. He's targeting Light, flashes in. He takes down Light. Will this be Ardai doing everything? Oh my god. Ardai making the dream of BRE coming true. Ardai, go. Go, make it go. Go for a goal. Take him down. Go. Do it. Do it, Ardai.
Ardai is relentless. He's going for it, but he gets slowed down. He gets 4 kills for his team right there. Ardai, with the guerrilla tactics, goes invisible, hunts them down from behind, and he's going to take down these structures. Only Shadow is left here to defend, but he will definitely take down an inhibitor here.
I don't think the inhibitor will be the only prize that BRE will take.
He's using the final hour to just get a lot more AD. They will get at least 2 inhibitors for this one, and there'll be huge pressure later in the game.
This is what I talked about. When you talk about the Elder Drake and the Baron Bomb, I said that they have 3 stacks. They're just going to melt the members of IPT.
What? Man, IPT there.
Caught by surprise.
Caught by surprise. And BRE, they're fighting against this superpower with guerrilla tactics. They're building pits. They're building tunnels here and there. They're striking from unexpected places here. Man, BRE right now, just absolutely sneaky breaky. Let's check out. Of course, they take down Shanna here. But to be fair, Shanna is not a huge factor in combat unless Ardai is in trouble. But here, Ardai is not in trouble. Ardai is not the trouble. He is the trouble. Look at here. He's looking for the best position here, waiting in the wings. IPT should have been thinking, where's Ardai?
Oh, there's Shanna, at least.
Yeah, there's Shanna, but then there's Ardai.
Where's Ardai? Shanna, do you know where Ardai is? No.
There he is.
There he is.
And he starts slaughtering IPT because they're scattered. They're caught between tanks and hard places. Haim is actually dealing damage because he's free to do so. And here Suzaku went a little bit close to trying to kill Ardai here later, if you see. But it's actually not enough, and he gets taken down. Look at that. So close. If he had the feast there, could have taken him down. But
it's not yet
what the
over.
heck is happening?
We are now at our 42-minute mark going in. Could this be another 60-minute game?
Oh, get hit by the truck.
Okay, that's going to be a hit by Hate. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. They're caught off Ardai. Look at Ardai, everyone. You need to watch him out there. He gets exhausted. They know, IPT knows they need to focus on. That's the only damage. That's the only hope that BRE has. Ardai gets the cleanse step. Gets the shove. He survives. Now it's going to be Hate. Oh my god, do you see that heal? Do you see the protection that BRE is doing? Now Suzaku, he gets condemned. He gets him off. Oh my god, this is going to be BRE not giving up without a fight. Save with IPT.
Oh man, Suzaku's still up. They take down Ivolus, but it's just Suzaku. Unfortunately, there's teleporting. The teleport play. Suzaku is teleporting as well to try and stop this. Suzaku versus Jaime. He's trying his best. Oh man.
Oh yes.
Suzaku is a weapon to surpass Mount.
Clear the way, Suzaku. Clear it.
Oh man.
He's gonna clear. He's doing it. He's doing it.
He can defend. There's not much that Jaime can do.
That's a boot. That's a fake. Just
Oh.
teasing you there, Suzaku said
Man.
Jaime. But knowing that the members of IPT, they will be back soon, so the drama will continue once we see
Man.
every member stacked up and ready to go.
Suzaku really saved IPT's bus right there. If he had not taken down
Ardai.
Hardeye, he would have just rampaged around town, possibly ending the game for BRE. But here, they're nearing that time where the inhibitor will be back up, and that's when IPT can reset. That's when they can regroup and be on equal footing with BRE.
You saw that Shadow. He knows who to exhaust. He tried to control, really tried to control Ardai with his prom. He has the unbreakable, but you really have to respect him. One stack of Infernal Drake is more than enough. At least it's a huge, small boost coming into the late game. And now, the question is, what can the Imperium Pro team do to try and fight back against BRE? This is going to be the semifinals at stake, Atlas.
Guess what? Guess what, Vulcan?
What?
Baron's in a minute. So what's gonna happen here is that's gonna be another turning point for that's gonna be another turning point for this game. This is definitely gonna be where the next fight will happen.
Oh my god.
If IPT lets this get away, then they might as well be giving this entire match away.
I can picture the fans of BRE right now in the chat. Oh my god, Lando Nation, Lando Army, and also everyone rooting for Shanna. And now for Imperium Pro team, this will be their chance to try and secure their spot going to semifinals.
Because they can definitely last in a fight against BRE. I'm still saying it, even though that Ardai has been positioning so well, avoiding so much damage while dishing out so much of his own, he's only one man. Jaime is only there for cover fire. He is there to try and snipe IPT with his sheer damage. I might fall in trouble here.
Oh, Chain of Corruption does connect to the last minion, but he does get away safely. So one ultimate down, Atlas. We know that the Chain of Corruption is not available.
Huge. That's huge when Baron is up,
Baron
but
is
also Elder Drake in a
You know
minute.
what's bigger, Atlas? XDXP with a steal.
This is still dangerous. IPT is forcing
bigger.
BRE's hand.
Okay, will this be a name? Will this be the second chance? Goes in for the steal.
Oh, they actually get it.
He did not succeed with the steal, but it'll be IPT securing that.
Look at
Baron buff.
Ardai, though. Look
Hey,
at Ardai.
Let's not look at the Baron pin. Look at the base right now. Span it over there, guys, because right now we're seeing two members going in, and now Lando is just trying to buy time.
He's one man against three. But looking at here, it seems with the Baron buff, IPT can successfully defend their Nexus. Because that would have been very dangerous if XDXP got the Mission Impossible steal there.
Only XTXP got taken down, and knowing that the members of IPT, they're seeing pinks right now. Look at that bot lane inhibitor turret. It's kind of low. We're seeing Ardai and Shana recalling.
This is IPT recovering so much, however. That mid lane inhibitor is back in their favor. So is the top lane in a little bit. And they have the Baron buff.
My god, here comes the fight. He's a Jaime gets the Chain of Corruption.
Look at Ardai.
Let's look at Ardai. He is trying to do the moves here. But Lando is trying to kite away. Looks like Ardai focusing on the line. He cannot re-enter the fight with the Baron buff in the hands of IPT. The Baron and Power Minions are flooding into the base.
They have to be absolutely careful here. Ardai is trying to do so much behind.
He's trying to zone out the members of Imperium Pro team. This could make or break the game. If they lose here, they lose the game 5. Ardai going in, condemned.
Ibelis is down.
Light bumps the faces. He survives right now, but it's going to be BRE securing the fight. Hey,
Ardai is still full health.
Ardai is still full health, and this is going to be BRE.
They're gonna be
doing everything.
They're gonna be taking away this fight. Death timers around 50 seconds. They have so much time here. Jaime's teleport is almost back up. They will just have to take down Shadow.
Ding, ding, ding! It's not yet midnight. This will be BRE getting the story they want. Oh my god, Atlas.
Let's not. Oh my god, he's just rushing.
I'm so excited. I don't care. I want to go. I want my game fight. Give it to me, please.
Lando is just tanking this turret right now. He is the martyr.
This is BRE going.
They're going for
it.
They're going for it. A teleport as well coming from Jaime. The entire team is here.
Let BRE go and take down IPT.
5 seconds to Ibelis is not enough.
He can't do anything. This is it, Atlas. This is over.
It's over.
Woo! BRE will be moving on to the semifinals. Wow.
Wow! They made it work, and that all started off. That all started off.
Okay, before everything else, Alan, let's catch our breath, but let's look at the replay.
Yes, of
To
course.
see what happened. The winning clash for BRE.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very important to look at it because that was just. They're not paying attention to Ardai. Ardai is still full health.
Full health.
What's happening here? They're trying to take out the members, the tankier members that have CC and all, to try and make Ardai vulnerable, but it wasn't working. So that last fight right there, Ardai. Man, there are no words except Ardai. He's just jumping around. You'd think that it's harder to position as an AD carry when there's not a lot of cover to hide behind, just hide your position behind. So there he was all about weaving in and out of the battle. He gets his silver, he gets his static shift, procs his crits everywhere, and just constantly whittles down IPT. And in all of that, because the rest of the members of BRE are so tanky, that means Jaime, he is free to actually deal a lot of damage, and the damage actually racks up. I said that they don't have a big DPS other than LeBlanc, but I believe that was with the assumption that IPT would finish the fight, would actually go for the fights very quickly and take out Ardai. But they never did it.
I mean, I gotta hand it to BRE. Having a rough start, this is a story they can be proud of. This is a game that they triumphed over Imperium Pro Team. Despite the strong changes to the role swap with Imperium Pro Team, BRE took the challenge. And now we know our MVP, which is Jaime. I gotta hand it to him, man. He's been kind of more of a beast in Game 4. That winning pickup was the game changer. But guys, so I think we know our winners for the quarterfinals. It will be Team Manila Eagles, and for this match too, it would be Varsity X-Rage Esports. So let's check out our split format, and it will be Minaski versus BRE tomorrow if things go as scheduled. And for the TNC Pro Team will be Friday.
It's another bird battle right here. TNC.
A rematch in a way.
Yeah, a rematch of the birds here. TNC Pro Team versus Team Manila Eagles. And man, I just have to say it's going to be very bizarre for me to witness a semifinals and then eventually a finals of a split without IPT being
what they love doing. Play the game, analyze it, go strong.
So much respect.
And go on with the growth all throughout. So, kudos to BRE, Varsity Esports, and for Team Manila Eagles. Also for TME, they also had a rough start, but seeing how they managed to take down Nano Esports in the quarterfinals, moving on to the semifinals, it's also worth noting that the defending champions still are in the money.
Yeah, definitely, and that just goes to show that you can't count any team out in the PGS Spring Split right there. And however, I'm saying here right now is that it's not over for the two winners we have today. They still have to fight stronger, more powerful, faster, stronger, more strategic opponents tomorrow.
So I think we'll see it tomorrow, Alice. This will be the last match, and we'll be signing off here. This was the 2018 Bacchus Pro Gaming Series Spring Split. We have been the Shoutcasters. My name is Vulcan. With me was Atlas. See you tomorrow for the semifinals.
IPT, and the odds
Flash
are not in their
available
favor.
for XDXP.
They have to be absolutely careful.
They have to
here.
show.
Oh my
Oh
lord!
yeah!
I was
That's
telling
going to
you.
be a steal.
I was telling you, that is not a coin flip. You cannot dare. And the Banner of Command and Baron Asher combo.
Oh, you see that Canyon? Kudos to that. XXP with after.
Oh, Ardai from behind.
Oh, from the backside. He's arguing like flashes in. He takes down line. Will this be Ardai doing everything? Oh my god. Ardai making a dream of BRE coming true. Ardai, go. Go, make it go. Go for a goal. Take us down. Go. Do it. Do it, Ardai.
Ardai is relentless. He's going for it, but he gets slowed down. He gets 4 kills for his team.
Okay, that's going to be a hit by Hate. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. They're caught up Ardai. Look at Ardai, everyone. You need to watch him out there. He gets exhausted. They know, IPT knows they need to focus on. That's the only damage. That's the only hope that BRE has. Arda gets the cleanse
Oh,
step.
man.
Gets a shove. He survives. That was going to be Hink. Oh my god, did you see that
The
peel?
double.
Did you see the protection that BRE is doing? Now Sunico, oh, he gets condemned. He
Oh,
he
okay.
hits him off. Oh my god, this is going to be BRE not giving up without a fight. Save with IPT.
Oh man, Suzaku's still up. They take down Ivolis, but it's just they have the
Suzaku.
band
Oh
up.
my god, here comes the fight. He's a high make gets the chin of corruption.
Look at
Ardai.
Ardai.
Let's look at Ardai. He's trying to do the moves here. Red Lando is trying to kite away. Looks like Ardai focusing on the line. He cannot re-enter the fight. With a Baron buff in the hands of IPT, the Baron and Power Minions are flooding into the bigs.
Have to be absolutely careful here. Ardai
careful.
is trying to do so much behind.
He's trying to zone out the members of any Imperial Pro Team. This could make or break the game. If they lose here, they lose the game 5. Ardai going in, condemns
Ivolis is down.
Light bumps the stasis. He survives right now, but it's going to be BRE securing the fight. Hey,
Ardai
can't
still
do
full
anything.
health.
Ardai is still full health, and this is going to be BRE
They're gonna be
doing
taking
everything.
They're gonna be taking away this fight. Dire team is here.
Let BRE go and take down IPT.
5 seconds to Ivolis is not enough.
We can't do
BRE.
anything. This is set Spotlash. This is over.
It's over.
Woo! BRE will be moving on to the semifinals.